Welcome back, Dave here. Today I wanted to talk about Juiced Ebikes, and they're actually back from the dead, which is pretty cool. So a couple of months ago, I made a video about Juiced Ebikes and how they had kind of just went bankrupt, I guess. So sometime last year, maybe around October, and there were some rumblings that someone else was going to pick them up, but nothing ever happened to that. So I just thought they were a dead company at this point, which is frustrating because I bought my Campscrambler back in 2022, had some support issues with that. But overall, I thought they were a really cool company. Turns out, the founders of Lectric actually purchased Juiced Ebikes. Let's check it out. So here's the founders talking about the purchase and what they actually got.
So we have purchased the brand, the name, the intellectual property, the trademarks, the IP in terms of design, and what it doesn't mean is that we own the inventory. So this has been something that's been in the works for over 6 months.
So they go into how they actually purchased it, but I was interested in this. So both Robbie and Levi, they're co-founders of Lectric e-bikes. And if you don't know who Lectric is, they are one of the most popular, if not the most popular brand, at least in the US, of e-bikes. And they are really, really good at support. And they live in kind of the $1,000 or below space for the most part for their high volume stuff. They do have some higher end stuff, but mostly they're worried about bang for the buck, which is pretty cool. And these guys are really focused on micromobility. They've said before that they're in micromobility for forever, and that's pretty cool. There's another spot that I wanted to listen to. I think it was around 5:20. Let's try and listen to that.
And so how does a brand do that? It's by providing exceptional customer service, right? And that is something that maybe
So these guys are really excited about the whole customer service aspect of it, and they're trying to share how a brand actually gets as big as they were. So Levi was mentioning that it was the customer service aspect of it. You got to have really good customer service. So I'm really excited that they're actually spearheading this. I like Juiced Ebikes because they don't have foldable parts. I don't know, foldable is great if you need to get it somewhere, but I don't really have a need to actually fold my bike up, so I'd rather have a little bit more rigidity in my frame. I thought that was pretty cool. I thought that was cool that both Robbie and Levi are actually purchasing Juiced Ebikes, and they're going to resurrect it. And they talked about some of the things that they're going to do. They're going to make good on some of the promises that Juiced made to some of the older customers that maybe got burned with either customer support or they purchased something and never even got it. So they're going to retroactively go figure that out. But they also talked about how they didn't get any inventory and they didn't get any of the shipping or anything that's set up. So they have to start essentially from the ground up. They just have the IP and the website. I don't even know if the website's up at this point in time. So they're going to spend 6 to 12 months getting it, ramping it back up to where it should be. And then it's going to be pretty interesting to see where Juiced Bikes goes from here, because there's a lot of really good competition at this point, especially in the high performance category for mopeds and e-bikes. And I'm really excited to see what they cook up. Definitely something to watch. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.